just left the job and I haven't stopped smiling since. Elderly chap called me up a few weeks ago, called Jonathan. I've been to his house to sort a few locks out, just finished. While I was there, he said, fancy a cup of tea, Kenny? I said, yeah, no problem. So we sat down at his kitchen table and biscuits came out, banter backwards and forwards. He asked me, how did I become a locksmith, so on and so forth. I asked him, I said, well, what did you do before you retired? And he said, I was a Lancaster pilot. I just went, really? I thought to myself, this is definitely an Uncle Albert moment. But I had to give him the benefit of the doubt. I said, you don't look old enough, fella. I said, he said, well, how old do you think I am? I said, you look about 70, late 70s, maybe early 80s. He said, why is that? I said, well, you've got all your faculties. You're moving around. You're not walking with a Zimmer frame or a walking stick. You stand tall, straight. You're very articulate. You drive a car. I said, I know people half my age who can hardly move and can't string two sentences together. He said, well, I don't want to disappoint you, Kenny. He said, but I'm 97. And I went, no way, I would have never pinned you at 97. He said, well, I am. I said, well, what's your secret? He said, I flew many missions. He said, over 100. And on our last one, we didn't know it as our last one. On the way back, we had engine trouble and had to ditch in the channel and hit a really bad angle, barrel rolled the aircraft. And fortunately or unfortunately, depends on how you look at it, I was the only one to survive. And I went, okay. And he said, well, I live every day of my life for every single one of my mates who have died. He said, that day I should have died with them. So I wake up with a smile on my face every morning and I live every day for every one of my friends. He said, they would have done it for me, so I'm going to do it for you. And I said, mate, you've cracked it. Jonathan, you've found the meaning of life. I said, you wake up every morning with a smile on your face and you fight through adversity and basically just crack on, smile and crack on.